Hi guys, I'm Chris Boyce from Natural Balance Dog Training. We've got Dean and his partner coming in today. You might remember Dean with the German Shepherd, but they've got another dog I just found out, which is a cattle cross dingo that has some issues, and we're going to find out a bit more about them as they come in, and then see if we can address them. Hey, settle down. It's okay. You just stay there. All right, stay there. Good. So they're coming in now. As you can see, my dogs are getting a little bit excited, so I'm going to have to calm Rama down. Psst, settle down. Okay, we control the introductions. Good boy. Stay. Stay. So my dogs have never met them before. So if you guys just want to come in as a couple. Hey, Murph, back. Murph, in your bed. That's it, yeah. So just sit there. And see if you can calm this. Murph, back. Missy Penny, back.
Yeah, sit down.
Good. So what we're doing here is Missy's got such excited energy that my dogs want to come and say hello. So first thing is see if you can calm her down.
Sit. Sit.
Good. Good.
Sit there. Sit there.
Good. Good. That's it. Good. That's it. See if you can calm her down. A little bit different than Bear.
Totally.
So what I want to hear is,
Be quiet, Missy.
now it was, what's your name?
Penny.
Penny. All right. So you haven't seen any of our dog training yet. Did you see the video of Bear up yet? Did you get on the computer?
No, not yet.
You're
No.
not quite good. All right. So what we're trying to do here is calm Missy down. And what is she doing right now? What's she sounding like? What is she trying to do?
Anxious. I want to
Anxious?
get out of here.
Does she want to get out of here, or does she want to also go and say hello to the other dogs?
Doesn't have much to do with other dogs.
No?
Sit down.
That's it.
Really good. Good.
Sit.
Good. Missy.
So just see if you can calm her down. We're going to show you hopefully a quicker way to calm her down as well.
Lay down.
So how old is she?
9.
9. And what breed is she?
She's a cattle dingo.
Cattle dingo. And I heard when you were driving up, she was barking. Tell us about that.
Non-stop.
Non-stop from when we leave the gate.
From time before he would start the car, by the time she was in the car.
And you tell her to stop, and what does she do?
Keeps to it.
You can
She ignores you.
you can belt her, you can grab hold of her. I've held her under the arm. I've held her mouth closed, and it does not stop her. Nothing stops her.
Nothing stops her.
Yeah.
What do you think
It's
about
totally uncontrollable.
uncontrollable? Right now, is she controllable? Right now, she's out of
Yeah.
control. That's
Yeah.
it.
Sit down. Be quiet.
Now, what I like, well, what was good just there is that you were assertive and she submitted. Did you see how quickly she just submitted to
Be
you?
quiet.
But as she submitted, she went like that. You actually kept correcting. Second, she said, I'm going to work with her in a second and see.
Sit.
The other thing that I noticed is when she sat before, she sat, Penny, and then she sat, but she was still going, and you petted.
Oh.
So when you're petting, you were going to calm her down with a pet. But you rewarded the sit is what I saw, but she was still, and that wound her up some more. So that's the things I'm picking. So we're going to see if when we work with her now. So I'm just going to grab her for the end of the minute. I'm going to grab a lead here. I'm going to just use that as my tool. Why do you have the harness? Is she a bit of a puller?
Oh, extremely, to the point where she chokes.
Yeah.
Chokes your neck.
If you put her on the collar, she'll just
She'll
freaks
choke
out.
herself.
Yeah,
So
she just freaks out.
that's an interesting thing. Now, do you know what? Everybody seems to do this. I see people that grab a harness. What is a harness designed for?
Pulling.
Pulling. But you're using the harness because you don't want her to choke herself. So what we're going to try and teach you here real quick is not to pull against the lead. So when I get her and put the lead around her, she's going to start pulling, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to work with her there. Now, she's not aggressive in any sort of way. Good. Okay. So I'm going to introduce myself again. I can just unclip the harness. Thanks. Come here, gorgeous. Come. Come. Not you. You get back. Sit. 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 Here, get back. Sit. Now, sit. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Sit. Listen. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Stop. So I see what you. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Good girl. So right now I'm just teaching her how to pull. Good girl. Down. She's confused as well. Good girl. Good girl.
No, at home in our own house, she's a normal dog.
Okay, we'll just work with her here at the moment. I gotta really concentrate my energy on her for a sec. Good girl. Good Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. All if I'm teaching her right now is no problem. Good girl. Now I'm going to move over here to get her attention. Good girl. Come here. Sit. Sit. She's getting there. Right. Good. What she wants to do right now is get back to you, correct? For security and whatever. I'm letting her make the choice. Leave is loose, correct? To stay there. Now I'm going to move. Good girl. See now I just opened a window for a reward and she looked, come here. Come, sit. Sit. Milu, get back in your bed. Milu, in your bed. Good. When I first rousted Milu before, she thought I was rousting her. And that was confusing me. Did you catch that? You might not say. Stay. Good girl. Now what happens is when I come over here to give a love, see that? Sit. So sit, stay. Good girl. Good girl. She's almost there. I'm going to move a little quicker. She's not. Good girl. Sit. You are gorgeous. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. She's almost there. Good girl. Good girl. Come here. Missy. Missy, come. Sit. Stay. Good girl. Good girl. She's had her way for how many years? 9 years. Missy, come. Sit. Good girl. Sit. Good. Good girl. Good girl. All I'm teaching her right now, I'm taking one step, is
Don't pull.
don't pull. Okay? Now, when I move my feet, I'm trying. Right now, remember what we call this, guys? She doing anything good?
Yeah, she's in nowhere.
But bingo, she's in no man's land. Nothing good, nothing bad. Because her mind wants to get you, but she's not pulling. If she pulls, I have to give that correction. When I give in the verbal, I'm also giving the physical. Because I want to eliminate the verbal. But now I want to open up a window for a reward. Hey, good girl. When we're rewarding is when she looks, sit. Good girl. When we open up a window for rewards, when she looks at us, the eye contact. So when I move over here, good girl. But the problem is when I give her the reward, she starts to get excited. And then she jumps on me, then I have to go back to correction. I don't want the excited mind. We don't want the submissive mind. We want good girl, that mind, just for a fraction of a second. Come here. Hey, Missy, Missy, come here. Sit. Lay down. Good girl. And she's trying to sneak back. I'm going to move a little quicker. Good girl. See how she wants to follow me with her bum. I only want her, hey, come here, Missy. I only want her to follow me with my eyes, her eyes. Now, Missy, come. The problem when I do this, come here, see that? See the jumping? Hey, settle down. Murph, get back. Murph, in your bed. Good girl. So then she goes to what she's got. I call it excited submissive. You are gorgeous. Shh. So when I get a dog for the first time, I'm trying to win her trust, but at the same time establish myself as a leader. I'm winning her trust, but it's hey, settle. Good girl. Settle. Good girl. Sit, stop, come. Sit down, stay. Good girl. Good girl. She's not allowed to move. I'm going to start working with her again. She is a handful, this one. There's no doubt, but she is trainable. Hey, stay. Hey. Good girl. Sit. Murph, get back. Murph, get back. They want to come in and help. What I'm going to just let them do, you said she's very submissive with other dogs. Correct? Murph, come. Murph, come say hello then. Say hello. Good. Good. She hasn't even seen Murph yet. Good. See how they come to the back side. Good. Good. She's going to the back side. Good. She doesn't look submissive around other dogs. Lonnie's coming into discipline in a sec. Because if she gets too excited, Lonnie's going to give her a little growl. Okay, Lonnie wants to boss her around already. As long as she doesn't come near the face. Good. Good. Come here. Missy, come. Good. Sit. Okay. Good. Actually, that's probably going to help with Lonnie. Lonnie, you stay back over there. Lonnie, get back. Lonnie, go back over there. Lonnie. Good. Now stay there. So just going back to the beginning, guys, we're making a little bit of headway there because she's not pulling on the lead, correct? So we come over here. I just wanted her to give me a check. She gave me a little soft check. Didn't look at me. No man's land. And come back over here. Good girl. But see, she's giving me a check, but then she wants to come in her space. What's happening with that nervous mind is she wants to bond with me right here. To settle her nervous mind, she needs to be in your space. Make sense? I want her to control her nervous mind there by herself. You mentioned earlier, my energy's dropping, not just her energy's dropping. I'll walk over here. Good girl. Good. She's getting, come here. Missy, come here. Sit. Sit. She keeps sneaking to you, so I keep moving the boundary back. Good girl. Good girl. Don't move. Just want you to give me her eye check, not a body, not coming in my body. Sit. Sit. Good girl. I'm going to drop the lead in a sec. Good girl. Good girl. Sit. Stand. Head swings. Good girl. Sit. Don't sneak. Come here. Don't sneak. Good girl. Come here. Missy. Come here. She wants to please this girl, but she's so confused. You're having fun. You're having a little laugh here, aren't you?
I'm trying not to.
That's fine. Can you see how we're slowly getting rid of the choking part of things? So we're making a little progress here. Good girl. But see, as soon as I give her a good girl, what does she want to do? She thinks a good girl is a release to come in my space. What I'm trying to explain to her, a good girl is just looking at me. So again. Sit. 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 If you can control this here, you're going to be able to control the collar. This is where it's starting. Because if we can't control it here, how are we going to control it in there? No chance. So we've got to start in the beginning. She is settling down. What our goal is this morning is to make her sit and settle down. Sit. 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 Good girl. Is to make her sit and settle down there. She's not comfortable with her own space in her head. Because she needs to get to you. Why does she need to get to you?
That's all she knows.
That's all she knows, but why does she need to get to you? Because that's all she knows, because she wants to be what or do what. Or why is that so important in her mind to get to you?
Security.
You agree with that? Security? Security for who?
Her.
Her, that she's comfortable being with you.
She knows that nothing's going to happen to her while she's sort of stuck on you.
She knows nothing's going to happen to her, or she knows nothing's going to happen to you.
I didn't give her that much intelligence.
No, just think about that. She's getting to you. I'm still trying to figure this out myself. I'm not sure what it is, so that's why I'm asking you. Is she trying to get to you for security for her, or security to make sure you're okay? I actually see a bit of both. I see a bit of both. In a way, and these working dogs, come here. I'm making her wait. Sit. Hey. See, right now she doesn't want to get to you right there. See that? Hey. She just wants to move somewhere. Good girl. Now, what I find with the cattle dogs, and a lot of dogs in general, is they see their human owners, hey, as hey. See, she's, hey, There you go. That's what I want. They see you as hard as a pet, and they're like a nanny or a mom, a nervous mom. Don't leave me, don't leave me. She's always watching. Does that make sense? So she doesn't. She follows you around everywhere.
No.
Not at home.
No.
But if you went out with her, what would you do?
She just
Run away, or what would you do?
Oh no. She would go back to the car and she would just sit there.
Sit in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is good. She's settling down. Now I'm going to go back to that number 1 drill. Remember that sit-stay drill walking around. See, as her energy drops, it allows me to drop mine. There's a little check there. Remember that sit-stay drill that a dog wants to go somewhere. She wants to get you for a different reason. But say a dog wants to go and say hello to another dog, or a dog wants to go and attack another dog. Whatever mind that dog's in, this drill is universal in the sense that if I move over here, good girl, see, as soon as I move, I don't want her to move after that. She's getting better. She's not jumping on me. Good girl. Good sleep. Good girl. Now, if I see her for a little while longer, if she makes the mistake and pulls, she's going to have to get a correction. But if she doesn't pull, she's going to, and looks at me, she's going to get a reward. If she's like that, no man's land, what is she going to get?
Nothing.
No correct. There you go. See her settling down? See, what's happening is now that she can't get over there. Oh, my mind is just going a million miles an hour everywhere. She's a tough one, this one, don't get me wrong. I really have to work with my energy, and that's why when you started telling me about her, I really wanted to work with her. Because she's a tough one, because every dog teaches me something as we're working. So now again, good girl. No sneaking either. See, if I let her sneak, she's winning that round there. So if she starts to sneak like this, I start again. Come here. Back. Sit down. And she's also, see how she's starting to drop and lay down really quickly. Remember that first time when she was pulling? Now, again, it's the trick. And while we got it here, we're going to talk a little bit about collars and leads. You know, people call me up and they ask about choke chains or choke collars or harnesses. What is a harness designed for? Pulling. But I totally understand why you get it, because if you put her on the collar, she's going to pull. And Dean says, I can't put her on a lead because she pulls. So what I'm teaching her is loose lead. And I'm doing that by, you'll never see me, I don't want to pull her up now, but you'll never see me pull her off her feet. When you see me give her a correction, it's like that. And when we gave that correction, it's just a pop, it's just a little check. And when I gave that physical correction, this is so important. What did I give at the same time as that physical? A verbal. My voice. No, whatever. So what would then later on when I just go verbal, she knows she's going to stop because I don't have to refer to the physical. So so see how sneaky? So she's sneaking. As soon as she sneaked, I gave the verbal. Don't sneak, because if you do, I'm going to have to up my assertiveness and give you a pop. And where that comes from, you weren't here for the good girl. Don't come and lick me. See what shot? See, she's trying to control the love. Would you agree with that? Sit. She trying to control the love just then. She looked at me and then she started to come in my. I don't see a very nervous dog here. I see a dog that has. See now she's bonding to me. See how she doesn't know where to take this energy in her mind. So she's taking it and to keep it on. She sees you, especially you, Penny, I think, hey, as her pack, part of her pack. And she doesn't want to leave your side because you can't go anywhere. So I'm just going to work a bit more. See? Now what we're going to, hey, down! See when she started to jump on me, it's less sure?
Yeah.
So we're making, can you see that? Before she was jumping on me, now she's still testing me. And this comes back to the beginning. You haven't probably heard this, so we're just going to briefly cover it real quickly. And this is why you got to understand the concept from the beginning. What does a mother dog do to a puppy, what does an older dog do when an excited dog comes into their space? Right, but there's some very clear signs before that. The first sign the dog, it's kind of like people, first sign the dog says stay away, and this is good, we're making a way here. The only thing we just want to slowly work on is that, buy me that lolly, come on, buy me that lolly. What happens if we let her go then? Buy me that lolly, come on, buy me that lolly. So right now we're saying, no, we're not going to buy you that lolly. So going back to the mother dog and the adult, there's the first clear sign that says, stay out of my space. What is it? What do us humans do when we see somebody coming in that doesn't feel right?
Well,
We tense up.
oh, okay.
But what a dog does is tense up and stares. It's saying stay away. The puppy or the excited dog doesn't get that. What comes next?
Lip curl.
I said stay away. The lip curl doesn't work. What comes next? You've got to thinking now, not the snap. There's one more thing before the snap. Have a think about it.
The growl?
Bingo. The growl. I said stay away. The growl doesn't work. What comes next? The snap. The snap doesn't work. What comes next? And then the dog submits, which she does. See, she comes in so excited that that's what's happening with other dogs possibly, and she's submitting. She's see. And she's submitting, and as soon as that dog, going back to the mother dog, as soon as that puppy submits, what does that mother dog do?
Accepts it and lets it do.
What does the mother dog do? How does it let it be? What does dog's body like? Bingo. Goes back to its day. That's what I'm doing here. As soon as she's coming in my space, I've been giving different levels of assertiveness. As her intensities drop now, my corrections are dropping. Good girl. Now I'm going to go back to it. But what I want to do, here's my growl. Okay? Good girl. But see, if I go, oh, you good girl, she's going to be jumping on my leg. See, when I give her a reward, she thinks it's all right then to move. She thinks it's all right to dominate me. So as soon as I give her a reward here, no correction, no reward, no man's land, and we go a bit wider. See how going a bit wider got her attention. See? No sneaking. I go wider now. Good girl. Good done. She's thinking before she moves a little bit now. Can you see that I'm giving her more chance to think herself now. Good girl. No correction, no reward, no eye contact. This, guys, is a really good video to see those small little points about what's going on. She's a hard dog now. She settles down. Good girl. Now I'm going to drop the lead. The lead was my toe before. Good girl. Now she moves. I'm going to sit down. I move away. Now, if you weren't here, it'd be easier because she wouldn't have you to go to. Make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Not that, but this is good. Good girl. Now look at my body language when I walk. What is it saying? I'm going to overdo it.
I'm relaxed.
I'm relaxed. What else is it saying? Hey, come here!
Confident.
No, Lonnie, get out of here. Come here. Come. Now she's going to be a little pulling again maybe for a sec. Sit! No. Lonnie, get in bed. Lonnie, in that bed. Sit. Let's get her back to that stage. See how my energy, when things start to go pear-shaped, goes up immediately. Remember the mother dog scenario?
Yeah.
That's where that's coming from. I don't want to growl that much louder, but as she challenges me, I need to up it. Back to that stage. Good girl. Going back to my body language. What's it saying? I'm confident. Yeah, I'm not walking around. Now, I hope you stay. See the difference?
Yeah.
I expect her. I want her to stay there. But I want to give her more rewards. So you see how she's getting unsettled, but she knows she can't move. Ha! Good. Oh, you got that in your eyes. Stay. Lay down. Shh. Good girl. Good girl. Now I'm going to go in front of her. Good girl. She moves, I'm moving. Good girl. I'm moving towards her. Good girl. Ah! Don't want you to hut. Stay. See how she wants to follow me. She wants to follow me with her eyes, but she's not. Sit. Good girl. As soon as I get the behavior that I want, what am I doing?
Backing away.
Remember Mother Dog? That's where it's all coming from. Am I using treats here?
What?
Does other dogs use treats when they work with another dog?
What?
Why are we using treats? There is a time for treats, but there's rewards for ball and stuff like that. Now, making her wait now is establishing myself as what? Believe. I'm going to sit down here. She's not allowed to move. She moves, I'm going to be jumping up. What I'm telling her is, this is my room, this is my party, this is my place. Good girl. You are so good at it. Problem is when I give her a reward, see how she wants to move? Good girl. Ah! See how she wants to come next to me? I haven't invited her in my space yet. That's the difference. You are so good. You are so good. I'm going to invite her in my space now. Come here. Come here. She just to jump on me. See how she's turning around? Boom, I have to give her a correction. That's my bite. I'm not hitting her, that's my bite. See how she's trying to control the love? Now start to, you are so, now listen to my energy. You are so good, but so naughty. I'm just going to come in the camera with her over here. Come here. Come here. Hey, Missy. Now I'm going to use the lead. See,
Missy, come here.
I got it.
Oh, God, it's the door's closed. Good.
Good girl.
She's heading for the car.
Come on. Come. Sit. No jumping. Shh. You're right. When the mind short circuits, she wants to go to a comfort zone. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. But we got to make that comfort zone us on our terms. Us in our space. So I'm going to remember what we're saying. Hello, gorgeous. Hello. Now, start to give her a bit of love. See how she's thinking about jumping on me there? Shh. No. As soon as I correct her, what does she do? She submits. You are so good. So this is what I was doing over there. You are so good. I'm giving her love. Who do I sound like now? Oh, you are so good. I'm not the pack leader anymore. What am I? I'm just a friend giving love, a playmate. You are so good. I'm petting her for whose needs now?
Yes? Yours.
Mine. You are so good. You are so good. And this is an important point. I'm going to put it back in here and just work her a bit more while we talk. Come here. Sit. Okay. Sit. Okay. Come here. Stay there. Stay there. Where's your lead? Good girl. Stay. It's all tangled up.
Under her back foot.
Oh, thanks. Hey, sit. I'm going to do this a bit different now with her. Stay. Come. Hey, back to, hey, come here. See, once you give her a bit of love, it's backfire. See, we'll get, there you go. Good girl. Good girl. Back to, good girl. I'm just going to get back to the zone for a sec. Good girl. Good girl. So right now, she's under my control in the sense that this is my room. She's not allowed to go say hello. She's not a free agent. She's got to do what I do. Anything the dog does is not its right, it's a privilege. The second she thinks it's their right, we take it away until they understand it's a privilege. In a minute, I'm going to cut her loose and let her be a free agent with the dogs, and we're going to do nothing. She's like in the wall running away. But you're spot on that when her mind shorts out, she goes to avoid. She ignores you. Now, this again, good girl. As soon as she starts to move, and off that mark, I'm moving towards her till she submits. The second she submits, I'm moving away. You are so good. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, the head to swing. See the bump hang? Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, I'm moving a little quicker with my body. Ah, sit. See, she went to move. I went towards her. Sit her. Okay, no sneaking. Hey. Lead is a tool. Come here. I'm not going to drag her. Come. Sit. If I dragged her back to me, I'm not letting her make the choice. I'm pulling her tight. If I popped and pull, that's what I wanted to show you. I said, come. Let her make a choice for a fraction second. Come. So that's what I'm doing. Now, the next thing I'm going to do right now, which I just thought of now, I'm going to walk around with her with a lead, tied around my waist. So she's going to pull a little bit here in the beginning. But what she's going to learn to do, hopefully, is, see how she wants to come in my space. Did I invite her? No. What I'm going to do here now is I'm going to walk around and get her to follow me. But I'm not going to use my hands, hopefully, just so she learns to follow my body language. Come here, come. Good. As soon as she pulls there, she gets a correction. I walk, I stop. As soon as I feel her going one way, I'm going to pull the other way. See how? Come. And then I'm going to stop. See that pop just then? That's a correction. Remember those corrections I'm giving? Now, the problem, guys, is that when we bring our hands into it, we're not consistent. We're tensioning up, tension too much, tension too little. Have I given her even correction then? Is she pulling? What does she learn? Is she settling down? You guys, I'm pretty happy myself because I was losing sleep over this one. Okay, now I'm going to walk. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say nothing. Oh, I thought the lead was off me. I thought the lead spoke too soon. Call her back. And that's the thing, guys, too. What's important here, just don't let her jump, sit down, calm her down, and all that work's going to be done. What people do, bring her to go, let her run around for a minute. She can burn a bit of energy.
Sit.
We'll let her be a free agent, or you just get her, that's a good girl. Now don't let her jump in your space, that's your space. We're going to talk something important here. A lot of people, we don't want a lead tied, a collar tied around their neck. But too loose is no good too, because if they back out, they run away and get hit by a car, you're going to go, wow, I wish I put that a little tighter. That's why I always use that slip knot when I'm training a dog. So don't be afraid to tighten that just a smidgen. Not that,
It is loose.
it is a little bit, just a little bit too loose, so that she can back out of that. So I'm going to put that back on. I'm going to ask her to come, and walk.
Off again.
See, she knows that works now for her. So just tighten that a bit.
Missy?
Sit.
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 Start.
Any questions there, guys? You like what you see?
Missy?
Missy.
Follow back to you.
Missy?
Missy.
Now
Missy,
she's
come.
good girl, good girl.
Sit.
As soon as she's coming to do behavior, don't say that good girl. We all get so stuck. Still a bit loose. We all get so stuck on corrections that we forget about reading words.
Sit.
Geez, that was pretty good.
Sit. Good girl.
Good girl. Sit. No.
You know, words. Still a little loose, but let's see how it goes. Come. Going back out of it, good girl. Sit. Good girl. Now I'm going to walk again. Look how quick she's settling down. Look how quick she's not pulling on the lead. Now going back to what I was just talking about earlier. This, guys, we're going to get to pulling on the lead. But this is such a simple drill to start to teach your dog pulling on a lead. We're just going to jump forward a little bit real quick. When your dog's pulling on your lead, the first thing they need to stop is see your body language like that. See how she registered that? The second thing they need to know is if they are pulling, a verbal comes in. No, and third is a check. But if you're going to walk and stop, and you know they're all going to, all three come in at the same time. But now, to keep things simple, I thought you said the collar again. I'm just walking and turning. I stop. That's too tight, so I might just do a little correction so she feels that. There's such a fine line between that and that. And it goes back to that drill we're doing. It's whose choice to stand there. She wants to go that way, I'm going to go this way. See that little check with my body? I stop. She's still, again, her mind is to get to you because she actually wants to keep an eye on her path. You wouldn't think that was a problem, would you?
Well, you wouldn't, no. But
You're not alone, and it happens all the time. And here's a good way to give yourself a test. If your dog is ignoring you at that second, who's the pack leader?
They are.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
If your dog's avoiding you at that second, who's the pack leader? When I say ignoring or avoiding, that's when she's nervous and she's run away. Who's the pack leader? No, they are. If your dog's avoiding you, they're the pack leader. If your dog's ignoring you, they're the pack leader. If your dog, she doesn't have that in her, which is great. If your dog's challenging you, when I give her a correction, she just wants to avoid and go into a corner. And that's where that nervous mind that you said she's got a nervous mind is coming in. When she doesn't get her way, she avoids or ignores, correct?
Yes.
But what we're saying is and then when she has her way, she's dominating your space. If I just met you, my name's Chris. Does that feel comfortable?
No.
But she's.
You were going to kiss me.
That's it. Stay. You started to come back after that collar came off. Stay. I want to put that back on you. See what she's doing now? She's getting comfortable staying with me here. Let me put that back on you. So, oh, you're all twisted up there. Good job. So, come. Sit. Hey, I said, come here. Sit. No jumping. See how she wanted to jump on me? What did I do? And hit. That's my biker. Good girl. Now I walk, and she follows. Okay, come back here. Come. No, she's trying to back out of the collar. Good. That's that ego in you. Hey, see, back. Good girl. So what was I saying just briefly a second ago? About in your space.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, what happens, guys, is that dogs will come in our personal space without being invited. When they come in our personal space, we pet them. So we're rewarding them dominating us. And the key point is 100 times a day, I'm just giving her a check now, 100 times a day, our dogs, come here. I had out my syrup because I did give her, there you go. And she settles down. 100 times a day, our dogs are dominating us. And we're rewarding it or not catching it. And that's the byproduct that's happening. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, what we're going to do now is I'm going to let her off the lead. The door to go outside is shut. I'm going to let my dogs walk around with her. And we're not going to do nothing except observe. Watch what they do. Watch what she does. Then we might up the party a bit by throwing a ball in or something. Does she like balls at all? Or? So we're going to up, and that's where the challenges might stop. And watch how quickly it gets sorted out. And we're just a referee watching what goes on. So you have been so good. These pets are going to be for me now. Whenever you reward a dog, when you're working with it, it's got to be for the dog needs before yours. And that's where people make a mistake. They go to reward for their needs, not thinking about the dog's needs. But now I'm going to be selfish. You are so good. You are so good. You are so good. You are so good. I've seen that. Good. Okay, so there I was an equal. Right? Now we're just going to release my dogs and see what she does.
Missy.
Missy, come here.
Just,
Come here.
Good girl. Sit.
okay, go see, guys. Come. Murph, go see. Good. Lonnie, go see. So just watch what goes on. Okay, she's coming in to say hello to Rama. She goes to the backside, that's good. This is like the wild now. We don't get involved because she's not under the lead, so she's not under our control. Okay, she doesn't come in nervous, she comes in comfortable. Not dominant, she comes in exactly the way a dog should come in, to the backside. Look at Brahma just stiffening. If she stays by the bum, that's fine. She starts to go by the nose, he's not going to like that. Right? Now, see how Lonnie, she's a bossy, see how she's already blocking her from you? And that's good. She's already quietly establishing herself as the leader of the pack here. She's the number one. He's my cheeky pup challenging for it. This is just a younger pup, and he's my grumpy old man. So they've all got personalities. So, any questions there, guys? See, look at Lonnie. Just watch this now. Lonnie doesn't like that in the face. See her stiffening? Did you see that? She's getting ready. She started to stiffen, and there was a very subtle lip curl. What did she do?
What?
There it is. If she didn't back away, leave it again. This is good. See how she's trying to get in? She doesn't like that. Now, right now, tell her to go. Tell her to get away from you. Get. She's ignoring you. Say it louder. Good girl. And then she went away. So now, watch what she does. So she didn't get her way. Now she wants to go to the van and shut down.
Yeah.
See, she feels the van is a shutdown place. But the other thing, so when she starts to, did you see how she was challenging me, really challenging me in the beginning? If you practice this at home on your own time, you get your way up to the van. And you probably don't take her for a lot more drives because she's a liability in there. You can't go for a drive because you don't enjoy it. Show me how you came here. Do you have earplugs?
Yeah.
You got them in your pocket, do you? I see you. He's driven up with earplugs in. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
And the other thing, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because she's going nuts and it's distracting your driving. It's dangerous. So that driving, directly or indirectly, is a byproduct of sorting this out here. She was challenging me, we sorted this out here. If we get more control around the house, then we're going to have more control in the family. But when you're driving, you can't put that energy to working with a dog because you're driving. There's the problem. And she probably knows that. Now, back. Hey, Missy.
She had that door, didn't she?
So we're going to bring a ball out. Does she like a ball? Do you have a ball? Oh, thank you. So did you see the energy of the dogs? They're all calm. And you haven't seen this before. Penny, is it right, Ross? Whose ball is this?
Your ball.
Good. It's not the dog's. When people do this with their body, let it go now. There it was. Now, what did she get?
Top it off.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's in his face.
Bingo. Now look. And you know what? Up that? The energy. He was quicker to discipline because of the energy of the ball. Look, after he's disciplined, what's he doing? Ignoring her. Beautiful. What's she doing? Look at her settle down now. But the worst thing you can do, and you guys did exactly the right thing. He disciplined her. She got a little nervous. She's gone to the nest to figure it out. But don't reward that nervous mind. And you haven't.
Oh, yeah.
That is the mistake. Because if she comes over nervous, you're going to reward nervous. That's an unbalanced mind. Make sense?
Oh, yeah.
It's so simple. So now watch. That's a good idea.
Spitting everything.
Now, she's going to stay there. Don't let her. Now she's getting comfortable again. As she gets comfortable, look how good she's sitting now because he told her. That's who you want to be, Penny. That's who you want to be, Dean. Is
Come here, man.
yeah. Now, whose ball is this? Mine. When my body language goes like this, what am I saying? With my body language. What am I doing with this ball?
Teasing.
I'm hiding.
Yeah.
Correct? Whose ball is it?
Your ball.
Why do I have to hide my ball? If my body language, the dogs are jumping all like this, they're trying to get the ball, I'm holding out of the reach. Whose ball is this?
Yours.
That ball right now represents a bone that they want to get. That ball represents another dog they want to go to. I move away. Whose ball? Ah! Get out of it. See how she's too close? Need to get back. Sit down. I'm growling. She submits. I move away. Okay. Drop it. We're playing fetch, but whose ball is it? See the energy in the dogs? I'm going to kick the ball. No. Ah. I asked her nicely, she didn't do what I want. I quickly what? Up my assertiveness. Okay, drop it. Watch this. The first dog to the ball gets the ball. Watch what the rest of the pack does. Murph's gone to sit in his bed. What is he saying with his body language?
This is my ball.
Okay, you can see how that look. Now, there's only one dog that can take that ball out of his mouth. Guess who that is?
You.
Me.
It wasn't you, it wasn't you.
I was trying to test you out there. I was looking at
I was
Lottie.
gonna say you, and you said dog, and I'm like, you're not
So,
a dog.
Murph, drop it. When I go to get the ball, I don't rush to get the ball. I already own that ball from here. If I rush, what's my body language say? I'm not.
Give it to me quick.
I'm owning that ball when I go and get it. Did you see when I walked in and gave me a little lip curl, submitted? She's my number one. Sit. Sit. Okay. Watch when Rama gets the ball. Watch the body language. Watch Lonnie in particular. She's the pack leader. Even though she's a pack leader, she's not allowed to take that ball out of his mouth. That's the pup just being cheeky. But he's enjoying that because he's controlling the game and he's controlling the play. There is so much going on in the simple game of fetch. Rama, drop it. Now, if I ask them to sit and they don't sit, I'm going to ask them softly, sit. Sit! I could even do it without verbal, just body language. Okay. So we'll wrap it up there, guys. But the dogs are our teachers. I'm just the video camera and the announcer of what's going on. I hope you enjoyed that, Penny. We would like you to start coming to our workshops. Dean will bring Bear. Now she's got it. She's controlling the game. Dean will bring Bear, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And you're going to bring...
Missy.
How's that sound?
Bloody wonderful, man.
Any questions? Now you came in here saying that your dog was what?
Stupid.
Psychotic.
Untrainable was, did you say?
Yes.
Do you think she is trainable now?
Yes.
But who am I training?
Me.
Give me a comment. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming, guys.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Chris Boyers from Natural Balance Dog Training. You got to start from the beginning with that sit-stay drill. We're going to get right through to aggressive dogs in the future, but you got to use the building blocks. Thanks for coming. Well done, guys. Let's let them have a run outside. They're all ready for some fetch out here.